Hello everyone, good evening from this side. Alright, so everybody has been panicking since the month of September, or let's just say since the month of October. You know, the euro, the dollar, gold, Bitcoin, the stock market, and yeah, that is it. So I shared a video on BTC. I think I will merge it with this one or not, because it's a private video I sent to someone concerning Bitcoin, but I will just explain, or I'll just explain it all together right here. Alright, so I am looking at Bitcoin from the 12-month time frame. And most of us could possibly not agree to what I'm about to say, but that is just how I see it. As long-term perspective. Alright, so here I go. Looking at Bitcoin from the 12-month time frame, I am seeing a bullish trend. Alright, even you looking at this right here on the 12-month time frame, we are seeing a bullish trend, because this is what we have right here. We have this high being broken. You can see impulsively we have two candles, and what we have left is this backside inefficiency. So price trades back down into it to balance that inefficiency. I also did a prediction on BTC at the year 2022 about it going higher to hit this all-time high, and I don't know if I mentioned about $100,000, but I did mention about this all-time high. I shared the video 2022, 2023, and I think I also did 2024, right? So I just think we just need to go to previous videos I did, and we'll see if we see it there. But I didn't know, I'm sure I did have Bitcoin at the year 2022 for it to go to this all-time high. So looking on the 12-hour time frame, we have this high, we trade lower, we have this sell candle, a sell, big body candle, and then we have this buy candle. So we have this as a bullish old block from the 12-month time frame, sitting around $45,000 for the open of the candle, $46,000 the open of the bearish candle. So we now have high, we have low, and we now have high. Then 2025 opened, and we have this all-time high, another all-time high in the year 2025, and this closure kind of like look like a doji. So what I'm trying to say is that we are bullish long-term. Long-term Bitcoin is still showing bullishness. Alright, because we have this bullish trend, this bullish structure formed. And now the question is, will it eventually come back to 46,000? Alright, so that is where the big question is. What will 2026 look like? Is it going to be a drawdown in 2026 and 2027 or not? So the question there is, will be answered when I go down to lower time frame, as I explain and give you breakdown little by little. Alright, so now we're gonna run down to the 6-month time frame, and this is what we have on the 6-month time frame. You can also agree with me that this is bullish trend. Now we do know that when it comes to a bullish trend, we have an impulse, we have a retracement, we have an impulse expansion, right, and then we have a retracement. Now we can honestly say that the drawdown that we have it right now could be seen as a retracement. Alright, a retracement, because we have formed a high, so we need to retrace backwards to form a low if we have to continue going bullish, right? And that is what I already explained on the 12-month time frame. This is the 6-month time frame. Alright, so we also did take previous 6-month high right here. That was a clean hunt very clean hunt. You can actually see how the wick trade too far away from it, sweeping that high. So that is a very clean sweep on previous 6-month high. So now we are now reasoning in the range of previous 6-month high and previous 6-month low. We want to see if it's gonna go for the previous 6-month low, and then we still have this old block right here, and we have areas of inefficiency right there. We have the 3-month time frame, and if you look at the 3-month time frame, you can actually see we have a one-sided trend on Bitcoin. This is this high and this low, this high and this low, and then we finally formed that new high, right? So now we're looking forward to see if a low will be formed or not. Now remember, the main structure that we have in Bitcoin is this high, this low, and then this high. These other highs we see right here are, how will I put it, are structures that are just formed in order to continue pushing Bitcoin higher. You can actually see it trading one-sided. Its aim is to form this to continue going higher, but then the main origin, like the main region of trend or the main structure we can possibly mark out, is this right here. All right, so whenever you see something like this, we can always say we look at this as an inducement. In most cases, when you're trying to take some trades, let's just say we have bearish trend, price trade into area of supply, failed to break the high, failed to break the low, price trades into the supply, failed trade a little bit like this, and then finally breaks the high. We now have change of character right here and a break of market structure. We refer to this as a break of market structure because it is the major high that was responsible to give us this major low. All right, so we now have change of character. The change of character is referred to this area because it's sold, it reacted from area of supply right here. All right, but then it did not break that low, right? So we now have a shift of market structure plus a break of market structure, which includes the change of character. So now we look at this most cases and we would like to sell from there, but that is not premium. All right, if you take your Fibonacci from this high to that low, that is possibly not going to be at a premium level because the origin, the demand is resting below right here. So this is referred to as a smart money trap. It is now an inducement for the price to come down there, react a little, sweeps it, and then continue going higher. All right, so that is kind of like what I'm trying to explain right here. All right, so now going down to the monthly time frame, this is what we are to expect. This is what I'm expecting, patiently waiting for. All right, we have that structure being printed one-sided, high, low, high, low, high. My major low is still that of 2022. Now right now we are yet to decide about going bearish. All right, for the reason that this low is still standing, the low at $75,000. Now what I'm patiently waiting is, before we say I am now bearish on Bitcoin, is when price breaks this low, because I'm actually seeing we are having sell side inefficiency formed. Trying to confirm that, right? So if we break this low and then price starts to retrace backwards, that is now when I'm looking forward to look for short confirmation inside the sell side inefficiency, and then we'll be going lower to target sell side that we are protected. We have a protected sell stop right here, and then we have this protected sell stop right here. So if the one that has been holding price for long was taken out or is being taken out, what we are to target next is the next area of liquidity, the next area of sell stop. Price should be drawn next to that one next. All right, and that one also still has is order block resting right there. All right, it still had is order block resting right there. So even if price breaks this low, I'm still watching this area of demand. All right, because right now, if you take this low, that is called a change of character. Right, it has not yet given me like strong break on market structure. So since I'm also watching this demand right here, this, even if it breaks this, I'm still going to watch how it reacts from that demand zone, and we'll also be looking forward for whatever sell side inefficiency that Bitcoin will leave behind right there. All right, so there might be some struggling between supply and demand. That is just what I've been thinking. All right, because I'm also watching that. All right, okay, so even if we break this low, we sweep this low, it's not yet confirmed for me, because for me to start saying we are now bearish trend, we need to have this low. All right, like let's do it this way. We have this low, we have this high, right? Lower low, sorry, higher low, higher high. If it breaks the higher low, what we're not having is low. It has not yet shifted bearish. Now I will still be watching the price as it trades higher, and then if it fails to continue going higher and then give us a low, sorry, a high, it has not yet confirmed. Right, it has not yet confirmed until I have a break of market structure. A break of structure. So now we are having a higher high, higher low, higher high, low, high, and then lower low. Now you see how it slowly shifts trend. Higher high, higher low, low, high, and then lower low. When such thing like this happens, then I will be looking forward to expect bearishness. But then the reason why I will not be strongly expecting that bearishness is when it reacts off of this demand that is resting right here. So now what comes into my mind now is there will be a battle between demand and supply. So whenever price trades into here, we would like to confirm a sell or not. All right, so if it's not going to sell, what the market is going to do is trade low. All right, fail to take that low and then goes back up. Now when I see something like this happening, then I'm not confirming bearish market yet. All right, so if it breaks the high, then we're looking forward for a continuation to go higher or not. So for now, what we are looking forward now is this low going to be taken out due to the fact of how it is now trading massively downwards. So now we go to the weekly time frame. This is what we have in the weekly time frame: high, low, high, and we are trading lower. My eyes is focused on this fair value gap that we have right here. And also, based on I don't always look into fair value gaps, I always look around the demand zone right here. So we are waiting or expecting to see how price will react inside that area on Bitcoin. Okay, because if you look closely, this is a drawdown, right? Like a overall bearish trend is not like higher time frame bearish trend has not yet been seen. All right, so we do have in mind that what we have right here is a drawdown, and we're drawing down into area of discounts. So there are some cases where I don't need to panic because I understand what is going on. Now I can only panic though I don't invest in crypto. I just don't know why, but it is not like it is banned in my country, so that is just one of the reasons why I don't. All right, it is highly banned. It's been banned on our country, so we can't even create a Bybit account. But if we, based on I have a Bybit account when it was legal in my country, I can still do it. But yeah, I cannot log into the website anymore. All right, it's unless I have the app. So when you're gonna really panic is maybe you bought at the 110,000, you bought at 98,000. These are the areas where you can possibly start panic because you bought at a high. That's why I always advise buying assets on a discount. If you check all the stocks I've shared, they always seen on a discount. Now, example of what I explained right here could be seen right here. We have this major low, and then price trades higher. All of these you see here is a drawdown to trade into sales inefficiency. We did not have a shift of trend. All right, this is like saying you have a change of character, but there was no break on microstructure. All right, so you know, so you have this high, you have this low, you have this high. This is low, not lower low, and then price came back and they continue going higher. All right, but looking at the bigger picture, you can actually see that your main structure starts from here: high, low, high. So whatever drawdown is happening, you are expecting it to trade down to your discount level. All right, from this low to this high. That is what you are measuring, and it trades into the discount. All right, and then reacts from there. So let's just say that a similar thing that I'm trying to explain to you guys that's happening right here on Bitcoin, and it's based on higher time frame, the 6 month and also the 12 month time frame. All right, so yeah, so that order block bed right here, if we go to the 12 month time frame, is around Fibonacci level, like is around 50% of this inefficiency that we're having right here on Bitcoin. So now the reason why I'm making this video is me trying to prepare for what is going to happen 2026. I already see this as an adjustment, to be honest with you guys. I'm already seeing that as an adjustment. All right, so all of these right here are seeing an area of demand, right? Why also focusing on that of 12 months time frame. So in my own understanding, what I'm seeing here is a drawdown, a retracement. All right, we have already had our all-time high. Right, why would you still expect it to continue going higher? You need to see lower pricing, right? It's like saying right now it's too expensive, nobody's gonna buy something that's expensive. It's like saying, all right, I am a producer, right? I increased the price of my product. People started buying the price of started buying my product. I now start increasing the price of the product. You actually see that nobody will have interest to buy that product, and if nobody has interest to buy that product, I myself will be in loss. There will be no profit from sales. So in order for me to start to push out my production, I need to reduce the cost of that product. So let's just say that is how you need to understand how this market works, how the market works. It goes higher, nobody has interest, and we want people to start having interest. We need to reduce the price of our product. So we need to push it down till it gets to a cheaper level where people will start buying. All right, especially if the product is of high value. Bitcoin is of high value, right? So it's kind of like good. All right, so that's just what I'm trying to explain right here. I am not panicking. One of the major reasons is that I don't have Bitcoin, but I'm not panicking. I am just seeing this as a drawdown, a retracement. Let's say it that way. I'm seeing this as a retracement. All right, not actually shifting bearish, but a retracement. So we'll be looking forward for 2026 because right now I need to relax. It's been bullish the whole of 2025, right? 2024 it went bullish. 2025 give us a high. And another example is, you know how the candlestick works. It gives you open of the candle, it gives you the low price, it gives you the high price, and then it finally gives you the closing price. So that's a full 1 year candle will be given to us, and that's what we're experiencing. So we should be prepared for what is coming 2026, right? So we're looking forward to that. Yeah. Alright guys, so take care and be safe.